Alright everyone, hello, what is up? TheLoganatorz here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about the new War Thunder Supersonic Update Patch 1.85, which adds new Rank 6 jets, air-to-air missiles, Italian tanks, and a whole bunch of other stuff in War Thunder. Today, we're going to be specifically talking about how to grind out the F-100. So let's get right into it. So you guys are here because you want to grind out the Super Sabre, and you all know that that's not going to be easy. The research point cost for this vehicle is 390,000 RP points, and that is a lot, to say the least. But you also got to grind out the 1 million Silver Lions to buy the plane, and the 290,000 to train the crew. I have a separate video on how to get Silver Lions faster in War Thunder, so I suggest you guys go check that out. I got a link in the description, and I'll be in the end cards at the end of the video. In terms of RP, the first thing I noticed when I began my grind for the Super Sabre was the fact that America at rank 5 had ridiculous long queues. I mean, everyone was spamming the rank 5 jets at that tier, and it was pretty annoying because you would have to wait 15 minutes before you got into a game, which is by no means an effective way of grinding out the plane. So Plan B was to go to Sim, and even there it was pretty hard to get into a game. But here's some footage of a game that I did get into, and it was over LL and I'm quite happy with the turnout of the game. And within Sim, you get a lot of RP. You'll see the RP game I get at the end of the video. If you don't like flying Sim though, the only other option really is arcade. But they did fix the air realistic though. I'll get to that in a minute, but for now, let me talk more about the simulator battles. When it comes to grinding in Sim versus Air RB, it really comes down to personal preference. Sim offers a little more RP than Air RB does, but it really depends on which one you're more comfortable with and which one you feel that you do better with. If you feel like you do pretty good at both of them, pretty evenly, then I would suggest to do Air Sim, as it's just a little better for grinding since it gives you just that slight bit of more RP. However, if it really comes down to which one you think is more fun, just do the one that you think is more fun, because it's a game after all, and a grind's a grind. You want to make it as enjoyable as possible. I will suggest, however, on a side note, that if you're doing any sort of tank grinding, Tank Sim is the way to go, since you get so much more RP in Tank Sim than Tank RB. So make sure you do that instead. However, let's move on to the next tip. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new jetpacks that Gaijin has introduced at rank 5. These are the new Sabre, the new Meteor, and the new MiG-15. These are all premiums at rank 5, and each pack that comes with the plane costs a grand total of $50, which is quite an investment for a free-to-play game. And personally, I don't think you should really get these planes, as, yeah, they're going to help your RP gains a lot, but $50 is a lot to spend on a free-to-play game, and to be honest, I think you'd just be better grinding it out using your regular plane. If you really wanted to spend the money, maybe you can look into getting a talisman or something on one of your planes. It's really not worth it unless you know what top tier is going to be and you just really want to get another plane really fast. Like, let's say you have the F-100 already and you're looking to try and get the MiG-19. Maybe getting the MiG-15 is something to look into if you're not really anywhere close and you really needed to get that fast for whatever reason. Other than that, I wouldn't really recommend it. The SL gain, they changed it recently. Before it was just awful. We don't talk about the SL gain before they just updated it. But now it's a little better. Well, the Sabre is fixed. It's 480%, which is what it should be. The MiG-15 still isn't 480. It's up there at 420 for RB, 460 for SP. Really should be 480 in my opinion, but hey, it's Gaijin's game, not mine. But yeah, don't grind out SL at top tier, because it's just harder to do. You're better off grinding SL in lower tiers at like rank 3 or rank 4. In fact, I have the German P47, which gives you a 480% SL gain, and that's how I grind out all my SL. It works like a charm because it's easy to play. You can get a lot of kills. 480% SL gain is awesome. And fun fact, I actually got that plane for free using Golden Eagles. You can learn how I did that using my tutorial video, how do you get more Golden Eagles in War Thunder for free. I have another link at the end of the video as well, so go check that out when you get the chance. But anyways, let's move on. As I was talking, in the background I was showing some of the simulator footage, and in that battle I managed to get an ace in a day. That wasn't the Enduring Confrontation, which by the way, in that game mode there's some mission objectives that you can do. and if you complete them you get a lot more points, which in turn gives you more SL and RP. In this particular battle, this was an operation, I was able to get 53,000 Silver Lions and 8,700 RP, which is pretty darn good. Also, in the background now is some gameplay from an RB game in Korea, and this one I was able to do pretty well as well, so I'll put up the stats after I finish playing this game, but while this is going on, I'll talk about my next thing. One thing to take into account when you're researching the F100 and all previous planes before it in rank 5 is the modifications on those planes are really tough to get. Like, it takes 30,000 RP just to get a rank 1 modification on the F86 F2. And when you do eventually get it, it's going to break your bank, because just one modification costs around 55,000 SL just for like a rank 1 modification. And make sure you just take that into account when you're grinding these things. Make sure you have some SL to spend. Make sure you can buy those modifications. And when you eventually do get the F100, those AIM 9s are going to be like rank 3 or 4, somewhere around there. And they're not going to be cheap. They're going to be tough to get because you got to get some pre-existing modifications before that to unlock that rank. And you're also going to have to buy them, which is probably not cheap. But one way you can counter this is, like I said earlier, just to grind out Silver Lions using the premium plane if you have one. If you don't, I recommend you use as many boosters and orders in combinations together. I had a game with 300,000 SL by using boosters with an order together. If you use like the anti-mech or the AAA order and complete it, it multiplies how much Silver Lions you get in that game by 3. That's effectively giving you a 300% SL booster, so use those when you can. And as also, make sure you use as many RP boosters as you can as well, because like the name implies, it's an RP booster. You want that. So one way to get those faster is just to log in every day. You get better rewards as the week progresses. I'm literally on day like 190 something, so I've been doing my part in that. But if you're not that dedicated, you can also try and do some war bonds and unlock some crates, which give you more boosters, and you unlock those crates with war bonds. So go check out the war bond shop. Pretty nice place to go and visit from time to time. Daily tasks can be fun and tedious at the same time, but the reward is nonetheless pretty darn good. So I think that wraps it up. This game right here, I got quite a bit of RP. I got over 5,000 RP just for like one kill and a few hits, so that's pretty impressive in an RB game. Also, you can see that I didn't get many Silver Lions though, like only 1,000, like 10,000 Silver Lions or so. 12,000 I believe was the exact number. But yeah, not as many Silver Lions as in the Simulator Battles game, but undoubtedly a bit more RP since I performed very well. Doing this well in top tier is a bit harder for me in RB than it is in Sim, so personally I prefer Sim more than RB, but I do switch it up from time to time. So with that being said, guys, I do thank you for watching the video. Make sure to go check out the other videos that I mentioned in this one as well. They're going to help you out a lot, trust me. Just go and watch them. They're going to help you out. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys, and thanks for watching.